India, to a certain extent, they're discouraging
Right.
people from having too large of a family because for just many reasons, economically and not. But sometimes even, I mean, not that, even if somebody is just have that desire, there's nothing really wrong in looking into something because God created
Right.
people that do the research,
Right.
and just like there's so many things available, so there's nothing really wrong to look into something like that
Yes.
if they so prefer.
A time is coming when couple will have only one boy, one girl, and they will be happy because economy doesn't allow to have more kids. So they'll be very living very happily, and the communities will be very happy. There will be no domestic violence. There is no blame game. You know, you did this, you did. So because both have a role, man gives X and Y sperms that actually determine the gender of the baby, but what happens after that, nobody studied that. We are the first one to see that lady selects the gender. In one cycle, when it's a boy cycle, Y sperm is selected to fertilize because 94% success rate made us to think that way. So uh, if the cycle is girl cycle, then girl is X is selected. So the gender selection is done by uterus.
So this is, I mean, again, this does seem like a new phenomenon, but it's not really new. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not new for you because you've been working on this for so many years.
Yeah.
But how are you trying to bring it out into the world, and how has the world received it so far?
Right. Because it's such a big phenomena, it's unbelievable. If you go to your physician, he will just laugh at it. Yes, laughing it is easy, but he should tell us a better program than this. He doesn't know. Uh, so it's a moral basic requirement that couple should have balanced family. So we are there to help. Yeah.
And like, I know that does it feel a little bit maybe frustrating to try to educate people about
Yes,
this?
it's
A little bit
educational.
frustrating.
It's an educational project, and most of my business is through word of mouth. So
Yeah, you had told me that there was a lot of people that the families from other countries. How do the families from other countries hear about you guys? Is it just because
on internet and word of mouth?
internet and word
Yeah,
of mouth? Yeah, because I know that you haven't really done too much work to market.
Basically, the fact is that I don't want to promote it so much that I cannot handle because I have to spend 4 hours per case. So I don't want a line outside. I cannot handle that at this time.
At this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But eventually, what is your dream for this in the
right,
future?
our program is we have methods to for a process lab where they can collect 1,000 samples and they can do it. That process is ready. On the other hand, we can also make strip, just like pregnancy strip.
Mm-hmm.
A gender strip will help before pregnancy. The couple can know when to try, when to avoid. And the strip will tell you, you are pregnant with a boy, you are pregnant with a girl. This new trend is coming. So, but
This is what you're working on right now.
right, but we need investment for that.
I see, because
Yeah.
this is obviously it's a bigger
Oh yeah.
it's a bigger project.
Yeah,
But as for right now, I know that one of the things that you're trying to do is you said that because a lot of people are being scammed by other methods and doing this, and you're kind of also trying to prevent that. I mean, you're
Yeah.
offering a good service, but also trying to prevent the scam.
Right. I will say one sentence. Any company who is promising you a boy or girl without testing anything from you, definitely a scam. I mean, there is a bookseller telling 100% success, but buy my book. No, this is wrong. This logic should be there. So someone should test something and then advise them. That's the way.
Yeah, I know that you're right. There are books where they say that if you I
Eat
forget-
this and drink
yeah,
that. No.
certain diets, but then also if you also watch your menstrual cycle yourself,
Yeah.
like if you try to keep track of how it's done, and then if you do certain dates like this and certain things like that,
Right.
it's
Even those things have drawback because they are focused on ovulation stage only. I would request everyone throw away their ovulation strip because ovulation test doesn't tell you anything. It just tells you that your system is getting ready. The pregnancy is the main target, and that will happen only when the egg comes out. There is no test for release of egg. So every woman is different. Mostly 30-40% women ovulate around that time. But some women ovulate late, just like I gave an example. They conceived on 23rd day. So if they depend on ovulation tests, they might take 3-4 years to conceive. Yes.
So, and also regarding the stories, some of the stories that you shared, what are the biggest fears that people have when trying to work with this?
What happens is when the process is that the lady collects sample for 2 cycles, because 2 cycles are involved. She will collect sample in October and then November and ship it to me.
Mhm.
The problem is when they go to the post office, they say, "Oh, urine cannot go." No, it's legal. If you look at our website, it says exempt human specimen, means any healthy lady can ship urine sample across the world. So nothing to fear about. It's legal. So they can ship by DHL, FedEx, or UPS. It's legal, and that's how we get it from Australia, UK, Norway, France, Germany, everywhere.
And you've worked with all these countries.
Yeah.
Well, all
Yeah. Even I have a letter from Canadian Health Minister, written letter, that if this test is being done outside Canada, we cannot do anything. It's allowed. So
what do you mean?
I mean, some countries have banned those tests, but if the customer sends the sample outside from that country,
Oh.
it's legal.
And so it's considered legal,
Oh, yeah.
obviously in the United States,
Yeah.
so that you guys can perform it.
Right.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think, like, you had mentioned this before, and the fact that, most married couples want a small and balanced family with two children, one of each gender, due to economical and social constraints. So, and given this information, I mean, what, people can go on the website and see further details, because there's your website is very detailed with different stories and different information, and that they can find out more about this. But is there anything else that you want to leave people with, so that they can feel like maybe a little bit better informed by the time they even
I want
contact
to
you?
emphasize 2 or 3 things very important we discovered. That this gender selection is genetically controlled. So you cannot play with eating something or drinking something or some positions. No, that don't work. It's genetic. Nature has given you 400 eggs roughly, 200 for boys, 200 for girls. It depends upon your management. So we are there to help you manage that resource.
And all you need for that, to check that, is just the urine test.
Yes, just the urine test. You don't have to come to our lab.
It kind of sounds almost too easy,
Yeah,
doesn't it sound?
Yeah, but I have killed myself. Spent whole life in this. Spent whole life in this. It's very hardworking.
Yes, I would imagine, because during this time you were working other jobs.
Yeah,
so even though you've had this company since 1982, but you've been involved with all these other areas as well, and you were very active in, I mean, working really important positions as well with the water systems chemist. So, but obviously this was something that was dear to you. You find it very important.
Yes, this was going on side by side, and I prefer to work on this rather than watching an NBA game or something.
And this is your main focus now.
Yes.
You don't have a second job or anything like this with it. Well, and so it says that the families. You had just gone over that regarding families with multiple babies and how that comes about and everything like this.
Right.
So I mean, to me, it's a matter of the person checking out your website, and even about looking up your name and seeing your background. They will find that you've been involved in the sciences and as a biochemist, and then they can kind of just get a hold of you, and it's
they can call me anytime. Direct number is there.
Yeah, what is your phone number again, if you want to mention
direct is 1-313-574-7500, and there's a toll-free number also, 1-877 he or she.
I know. I'm still.
Or they can write through website. We have contact information there. Just put your name and question, and we'll answer within 24 hours.
Yes. So, I'm really fascinated by this. I keep like looking. I have so many notes. All my notes over here about this information is because it does seem like a blessing for fertile couples who want to
Yes,
have.
exactly.
I know, like I said, I know a lot of couples who wanted at least one of
Yeah,
a different sex, and that did
right.
not happen. So I wouldn't seem, based on what I saw on your website,
Mm-hmm.
that they have that much to lose in investing in this. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to say. And
Mm-hmm.
they can really, when you go and find out, when you go and look at his website, it's uh, it's very doable. Is what I'm
Yes.
trying to say. Yeah.
I've explained how other websites are fooling women, so please read that carefully and
Hmm.
avoid those scams.
Well, I do appreciate you coming on the show and explaining this. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that people who invest this much in work like this, it's about service,
Mm-hmm.
one and foremost, because I know that you have invested a lot
Yeah.
of your own resources
Mm-hmm.
into this,
No,
correct?
I really want to help couples.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, given that all the time and everything that you've invested into it, so this has been just, this is out of love and this is out of concern, and you really
Yes.
want to help couples. And you have helped many, many couples over the years,
Yes. Yes.
but you are wanting to expand this.
Yeah.
That's why I loved having you on my show, because I think that people can benefit from it.
Mm-hmm.
All they have to do is just go on your website to learn more, contact you if they have questions,
Yeah. Yeah.
just to inquire.
Yeah.
And well, we only have a few more minutes left. Anything else that you want to add?
Um, that's the only thing I wanted to say, that the man gives both X and Y sperms, but the lady selects one of them depending on the cycle she is in. So if she is a boy cycle, Y is selected. And the whole process is genetically controlled. So don't waste your time going to a physician or taking some injections. No, no, that will help. That won't help you.
And that might hurt you.
Yeah, that will
That
hurt.
might hurt you
That will
too.
hurt your natural potential. These doctors don't know. They inject you billion times more hormone than required. Your body is very powerful at picogram quantities of the hormones. They inject 1200 milligram a day for 7-8 days. It's all crazy. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and is this also? I thought about these, that some
Mm-hmm.
of the times, some of the doctors, what they give certain women, maybe because I've known over the years, I've read where there's more miscarriages and there's more issues with women conceiving.
Yeah, those are the things. That's a medical issue. Uh, that's their chapter. But I'm concerned with natural conception. So this is the perfect way to balance the family. I mean, if there are medical issues like miscarriages or
No, but I'm
I-
saying regarding there's sometimes the stuff that's going in our body, let alone adding on to that. So sometimes
Mhm.
that, uh, I don't know, but like you said, this might be a different issue, but natural is always, it seems like a
Oh, yeah.
better way to go.
Baby is healthy.
Yeah.
There's no disease for lifetime.
Mhm.
Because if you go to IVF clinic, they put so many chemicals. Either you are bad or baby is bad.
And yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like all these chemicals that's going inside of
Mhm.
us. There's a lot of controversy about
Yeah.
that, but I believe that, trying to lean toward the natural way is always
Right.
better. Yeah. And you say yours is, 100% natural. So
Yep.
there's nothing.
It's
yeah.
beautiful. You can name the baby in advance.
Okay, dear. Okay, so you can name the baby in advance, but go and check out his website and see.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, Dr.
Okay.
Verma, for coming and being a guest. And we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get somebody that calls me and can
Thank
name
you
their
all.
baby in
Yeah.
advance.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.